Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to another League Racing video. Today, WR round number 5, I think so, or 4? We have reached the point in the year where I've started forgetting the round numbers. But we're racing around Qatar again, and reason for that is this is the Thursday. Usually WR is on a Sunday, but attendance was just really bad for the Sunday races, so WR has decided to move the races to Thursday, and it being straight after PSGL, I think some rounds, maybe not all, but some rounds will be similar to PSGL. So yeah, as you can see there, this is round number 5, because last time out in Brazil, round number 4, and as you can see, we're P6 in the standings after Brazil. Obviously we've missed a round, then we had a double stack one, and yeah, Brazil wasn't too bad. We did a cheeky last to first challenge, but couldn't quite complete it. We finished in P4, and yeah, let's see what we can do today. No last to first challenge around Qatar, because that would be not ideal. Very hard track to overtake, not really any hard braking zones, and it's really flowing, which is quite a lot of fun to drive, but yeah, to overtake in all these long corners, you'll really be struggling with dirty air, which is quite significant on F125. So as you might be seeing, we are in a short qualifying again, just like in PSGL, and similar reason, again, issues in qualifying. This time not with the timing, it was everyone just disconnecting from the server somehow. I'm not sure why, but yeah, again, issues in qualifying, and yeah, again, a short qualifying. So let's see what we can do in the short qualifying again. At least we had a little warm-up for this short quali yesterday. And yeah, at least we know the grip levels a little bit better. What I noticed in the short qualifying is that the track evolution is a lot more. Your first lap to your last lap, the grip just improves so much more. So yeah, I really noticed that, and we're gonna have to adapt to that faster than usually. So first run's done, and that is P4, I think it was at the time, after everyone had finished the laps. But second lap, 600s up, and we move up to P4 again. And yeah, for this last run, we're gonna leave it a little bit more to fight for pole position. Yesterday's pole was a 119.45, I think so. So we're gonna have to improve by over intent if we want to beat that into turn 1. Lots of speed carried, but no improvements really. I had a little mistake here on the previous lap, and that's the half a ton gain you can see there. 600s up as we head into the double right, and that's a really nice time gain. To the double right, another 300 gain, and we're 10th up as we head into sector 2, and that is beautiful. 700s up on Joni Tomala, 1.2 tenths up at this point to her own time, and that is so good. But unfortunately, a little bit of a moment on the exit there has cost us over half a tenth. 600-700 gone there. Luckily, through the next left-hander, we gained time again, but not happy with the lap, just because we made that mistake. Might be costing us pole position here. 1.1 tenths up. Freddy improves to a 119.43. So we're going to need something more here in the final corner coming up. 1.4 tenths up into the final right-hander we go, but lost the rear again a little bit, and that cost us over half a tenth again, and we come across the line.
Good work, mate. Lots of positives, but we didn't quite hit our objectives.
And it's P4. Just too many mistakes, unfortunately, that cost us pole position. Yeah. And yeah, 119.518, slower than we were yesterday, but obviously the mistakes cost us quite a bit of time. Unfortunately, you can see we're half a tenth slower than our second lap in the last sector. And yeah, there was more in there. So unfortunate, but you know, can't always get pole position. So let's see what we can do in the race. Starting P4, not too bad. Yesterday we started on the hard medium strategy. Today we're just gonna do the opposite, just because we can. And yeah, expecting a lot of hard runners after we won quite dominantly on hard mediums yesterday. Yeah. So yeah, that's also one of the reasons. I'm just gonna do the opposite today. Also just to get a feel for how the opposite strategy is. You can see everyone around us starting on the hards, and that means we're gonna get a much better start off the line, because our mediums are just gonna have more grip of the line, and Otis is straight away going defensive. We go around the outside here, and down the inside in turn 1, and we just about get the move done. A little bit of contact with Josh on the straight, but around the outside in turn number 2, we get the move done up to P2. And yeah, that's just what we needed to get P2 straight away off the line. And yeah, get a 1-2 together with Freddy here. So we can just control the race a little bit. And yeah, we're obviously in opposite strategy. So at some point we are going to be separated. And yeah, once we move on to the hards, we're just going to have to push flat out to create as big of a gap as possible to the hard and medium runners, because they are going to be on the better tire later on. And yeah, they're going to be making up lots of time, just like we did yesterday. So just going to be saving some tires here. We're not going to try and overtake Fred and pull away into the distance. I think it's not really possible anyway to break out of DRS. Obviously the mediums are faster, but it's not big enough to pull out of DRS, I think so. So we're just going to be sitting behind. Save a bit of tires, maybe save a bit of fuel if we have to. And yeah, just extend our stint. Yesterday, Thomas boxed at the end of lap 9. We're now lap 13. So we're going a lot longer on this medium stint. But we're going to be boxing here at the end of this lap, because as you can see, Freddy has broken out of DRS. And yeah, move on to a new set of the hards. You can see...
Okay, we can take you on this lap.
2 people have boxed so far. I think one had damage. The other just decided to go for an undercut.
It's too late. I'm like in the corner already.
And yeah, into the pits we go. Onto a new set of the hards. For 16 lap sprint, basically. We're just gonna have to fully push to the end, and yeah, that's just I enjoy it a lot more than just driving in a DRS train. Yep. Just a full push to the end. It's the C1 compound as well, so you can pretty much abuse them for those 16 laps. Not really need to tire save at all. We got Tycho Hardy behind us. Also going from the mediums to the hards, or maybe hards to the mediums, I'm not sure. If it's hards to the mediums, it's quite an early stop. But it looks like it's a medium to hards. 5 seconds behind though. So yeah, we got Joni Tomla behind. Also on the mediums hards. And I think us 3 are the only ones that were on medium hards. So yesterday there were a lot of people doing medium hards in PSGL, but yeah, today everyone has gone hard medium. Not sure why. I guess it was because we won the race on hard mediums, but yeah, just decided to do the opposite today and see how it goes. So yeah, 16 laps. We're 15.6 seconds behind Riccardo Benzoni, but yeah, they're going to be boxing in 4 or 5 laps. I don't think we're really going to be under any threat from catching them and getting stuck behind them, like on some tracks. So yeah, Otis Lawrence are with the fast lap the race, and yeah, because it's the C1 compound, you know, the tire drop off is not big, so that's why he's capable of setting the fast lap the race. I think we did the same yesterday, setting the fast lap the race. Yep. Once people started making pit stops, but obviously at this point we are setting faster lap times. And we can do it more consistently. The tires obviously don't drop off a lot, but they still drop off. And that gives us the slight edge. Also helps with the undercuts. You can see Ismail Fassi 4.3 seconds behind. So we got like a 2-3 second undercut. And we're getting a slightly bigger one on the likes of Otis, of course, because he stayed out a lap longer. And as you can see, one of the few cars still out on track that still have to make a pit stop is Freddie Rasmussen. He is going long in this race. Boxing at the end of lap 18. Same strategy as me yesterday. So in he comes. And yeah, again, we're doing another 23.0. Joni Toomala, same behind, but Ismail Fassi 6/10 faster there. So they are catching us quite fast. And now we got a lapped car, or another lapped car. Yeah, it is a lapped car actually, a disconnected car coming up. So Freddie in P5 there, he is gonna have to make some overtakes actually. He didn't have the luxury that we had boxing at the end of lap 18, just having hard runners ahead of us. He actually has to overtake 2 people on the same strategy, which is quite tough, but not impossible. So, yeah, lap 21.
Here comes the dive bomb.
And as you can hear me say, here comes the dive bomb. And yeah, there was a dive bomb. And Joni Toomala behind us spun around. So now we're the only medium hard runner
Smell it.
in, I guess, the top 15 at this point. So 8 laps to the end. They're gonna be 8 very, very tough laps where we just have to survive the next few laps because the medium advantage will slowly disappear. So let's see if we can survive. We got Otis 6.5 tenths behind. Might be going straight away for the overtake, I'm not sure. We have to wait and see, but yeah, not gonna fight it too hard because it's not impossible to re-overtake if you're in P2. So yeah, 8 laps to go. And using up my battery, but Otis used up even more. And decided to go for the move there in turn 1. I was a little bit surprised by that because
he's not tire advantage. So that's not an issue anymore.
And yeah, you can even say that's not an issue anymore. Ismail boxed a lap earlier than Otis, and his tire advantage at this point is still there, but it's pretty much gone. It's not enough to make easy overtakes anymore. So as long as we're clean, don't make any mistakes, we're not really going to be under any threat. But Ismail is going to be under threat from Freddie, who goes into P3 behind us. And yeah, he has still quite a big tire advantage over us because he boxed 2 laps later than Ismail, of course. So let's see if we can go for a move here, get back into the lead with 3 laps to go. You can see we're only 3 tenths behind, but
oh my god, man,
we got
that is crazy.
completely shafted by whatever that was. I still decided to try and go for the move, but yeah, this was not ideal. I'm not sure what even happened there.
Pass there, but it just
yeah. Now we're gonna have to recharge our battery a little bit again and just try again on the next lap. We clearly have the pace to be close, to be within 3 tenths. So yeah, let's just try again. I think our tires might be starting to get faster at this point. So yeah, let's see if we can go for the move. Into turn 1 again, just have to recharge the battery and make sure we're close.
How much battery does Otis have?
Because the straight is relatively short, the rest zone is not really long as well, so we have to be close if we want to make a move here. And yeah, there's a high-speed section coming up as well, which makes it...
I can just pass it, you got shafted last lap.
Which makes it even tougher to overtake. But as you can see, we can relatively stay quite close behind as Otis runs wide there in the second last corner. I guess just taking a little warning to create a bit of a gap, but we're closer this time around than last lap because we get a better run out of the final corner. So Oates weaving around to try and break the slipstream, and now we go down the inside. Little nudge to the inside, and we get the move done in turn 1. I think there was a tiny bit of contact, but not much. We get the move done up to P1.
I'll let Fred go on last lap because I can defend this anyway. I just have to recharge.
And yeah, on to the last lap. We're not going to have enough battery to defend from Fred. We neither have the tires as well, I think so, because we've had to push all of the second stint in order to create a gap and be capable of even being in contention for the race win. And yeah, we're only on a 40% battery. Fred is going to be easily on our gearbox coming out of the final corner, so we're going to have to give this one up in the last lap, I think so. Not much we can do. You can see Fred's 2.5 tenths behind, even though he's in the dirty air. Just has so much more grip. We had the same yesterday, of course, where we took the lead, and there was just no chance for Fred to even get close enough to be in contention for overtaking us into turn 1. So we're using our battery. Yeah, decided to recharge because we're not going to be capable of keeping Fred behind here. We just have to secure the 1-2. And yeah, it hasn't been 2 bad days. 2 days in a row where we get a 1-2. Obviously the same track, but to do it twice in a completely different race, of course, is even better. So yeah, last lap now. You can see Fred is pulling away quite a lot, 6-7 tenths ahead now. Even though his tires have started to equal out, I think he still is faster on this last lap, still has better tires than us. And Oates actually has dropped back quite a bit now. 8-9 tenths behind. I think he might be on the threat from Fassi here on the last lap, but not really any overtaking opportunities coming up anymore. So it's going to be a relatively boring last lap here. But another 1-2 with Oates and P3. Let's have a little moment there. It just shows our tires are completely gone here. Ismail P4, Duncan P5. And yeah, we're closing the gap to
2 1-2s in 2 days.
Nico's long in the championship by 18 points. As he was not here today, I think he had a race ban for a race incident or an incident in the last race he did. So yeah, 18 points gained. Not sure if we can even talk about the championship because I think we're missing next week's round. I'm not sure, but we might be missing next week's round. So that's unfortunate, but it's for good reasons. And there will be a YouTube video about it again. But hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe for more league racing content, and see you guys next time. Ciao.